Hi there everybody, and welcome to Lunchtime Live with the Wild Center. My name is Shannon, and for today's episode I'm going to show you one of the new experiences that we are trying out here at the Wild Center. So as you know, here at the Wild Center we are based in the Adirondacks, and it does get very cold here in the wintertime. So a lot of our animals aren't cold tolerant. So typically, in a typical year, you could see some of these animals inside our museum. But this winter, we are open for an outdoor-only experience. Lots to do outside, exploring wild walk on our trails, as well as some of our cold-tolerant animals, like our North American river otters and some of our birds of prey. But we also wanted to give our visitors a chance to see some of our animals that aren't as hardy for surviving outside in cold climates. So what we did was we took some of our animals and we put them right in front of a window in our main building. So folks who are out about walking along our campus can come and peer through these windows that you see right here behind Lady J to say hi to some of these animals that like to keep nice and toasty warm inside the building. So I am currently standing inside with the animals. The visitors would be on the outside of those windows taking a closer look in. But what I'm going to do is I am going to bring you around and introduce you to some of these featured animals. So we are going to start with the lovely Lady J. And here's a closer look at Lady J. So Lady J, of course, is a blue jay. And she is a very beautiful blue jay, as you can see. She is a bird who unfortunately had fallen out of her nest as a young juvenile blue jay. And she was taken in and raised by people. Unfortunately, she did not receive the proper diet when she was a baby, so her bones did not develop properly. So blue jays, they need a very specific diet that their mother will feed them, including things like protein and calcium. And because Lady J didn't get those vital nutrients, she has really weak bones, which is why she cannot live out in the wild. So Lady J lives here with us at the Wild Center. And blue jays do tend to be very social birds, so she really likes attention. You can see she's very excited that I'm here talking to her right now. And she has lots of toys in her enclosure as well. So our animal care staff are always giving her new and fun and exciting things to play with. She's got all kinds of colorful objects that she can pull on, objects that make noise, different colors and textures, and she really likes to play with all of these toys in her enclosure. So she's constantly getting new enrichment from our animal care staff. So Lady J is one of the animals that you can see through the windows if you come and visit the Wild Center during your outdoor experience. So we're gonna head on over here because Lucy is right out in front of her enclosure as well. So Lucy, let me tilt this down so you can see, is a snake. So Lucy here is a garter snake. You can see her tail is over here in her water dish, and then her head is right over here in the front. So she is still a relatively young garter snake. She's about 2 or 3 years old now. And she started really, really small. She's grown quite a lot in the last 2 years or so. But Lucy, as a garter snake, is the most common snake we see in the Adirondacks. Of course, this time of the year, you are not going to see any snakes outside because they are hibernating. And for snakes or reptiles, it's called brumation. So Lucy is probably the only snake you're going to see here in the Adirondacks. If you peer through this window, you can see a nice, good view of Lucy. She's not always visible because sometimes she is sleeping under her little rock log here or buried in the leaf litter that is here in her enclosure. Plus, she has really good camouflage with her surroundings. As you can see, oh, there she goes. She's starting to move around. So Lucy is a beautiful snake. And, oh, there she goes. She just popped her head right out of here, if you got to see that, right here in the front. So she is just moving around and exploring. Because Lucy lives inside in a climate-controlled environment, she has no need to brumate like wild snakes do. So snakes in the wild, they will brumate with seasonal cues. So as temperatures get colder, there's less liquid water available, and as days grow shorter, that's when they start to seek out their hibernacula, which is their denning space. And snakes will actually den with sometimes hundreds of other snakes, which is pretty cool. They all kind of group together to den, and that adds extra warmth to their hibernacula or their overwintering dens. And then come springtime, that's when they will emerge as soon as days grow longer, temperatures warm up. And when they come out in the springtime, it's time for mating. So they're already in close proximity to one another. So it works out well for them. Lucy is very curious. As you can see, she's looking right at me, wondering what I'm doing. So this is Lucy the garter snake. I'll try to give you a closer view, and then the camera just fell over, of course. So there is Lucy saying hi. Let's go back and check in with Lady J. And if you have any questions about any of these animals, feel free to put them in the comments as well. So Lady J is still right over here. Oop, there she is. She's flying around. And then we do have two other animals. These guys are going to be a little bit harder for you to see on this side. They're more easily visible from the windows, which is our goal here, so visitors can see them. But we have Binky, who is our wood turtle. And Binky is a special wood turtle because he has something called albinism. And that simply means that he doesn't have the same pigmentation as a wild wood turtle would have. And that's why Binky lives here with us. He is a bright orange turtle. So I'm gonna tilt this inside here so you can see Binky. So he is currently hiding under that little log that you can see. Ooh, let me set this down and see if it won't fall over again. All right, there we go. So there is Binky's butt right here. It's a little hard to see his face because he's facing the window right now, actually. So he would be perfectly able to be viewed by visitors. He's looking right out the window saying, hey, come see me. But I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see his face as well. All right. And there is, kind of hard to see him. Oh. But there's Binky. And Binky, as I mentioned, is a wood turtle. He's still young. He's only about 4 or 5 years old now. He will get a little bit bigger as he ages, but he's grown considerably since he's been with us. And normally wood turtles, they do have orange skin, but their shells are a dark brown, as well as their heads. And he is very, very light in color. He has red eyes, so he's very susceptible to sunlight as well. Alrighty, so that is a little sneak peek of some of the animals that live here inside the Wild Center. We just moved them to this new area so visitors can more easily see them, even though they cannot go outside. So if you find yourself here at the Wild Center this winter, make sure you stop by the patio. That's where you can access the viewing windows to see these animals that are here and waiting to say hi, especially Lady J. She loves people and loves when visitors come and stop by and say hi to her. So I hope you all have a great day and enjoyed this sneak peek at some of our indoor animals. Have a great day, everybody.